Hello, this is King of Review, and we're going to be using the quadratic formula to solve this quadratic equation. Okay, so the quadratic formula says x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And in our case, the equation here, our a value is going to be negative 3, our b is going to be 12, and our c is going to be 1. So all you have to do is just plug in our values. So b says 12, so it's going to be negative 12 plus or minus square root of 12 squared minus 4 times negative 3 times 1 over 2 times a, which is negative 3. Now this is going to equal negative 12 plus or minus square root of 12 squared, which is 144. Negative 4 times negative 3, that's going to be 12 times 1, so it's going to be 12 over negative 6. So that's going to equal negative 12 plus or minus square root of 156 over negative 6. And actually, if you think about it, 156, what is 156 made out of? Let's make a factor tree. So we can pull out a 2, and that's going to say 78. We can pull out another 2, that's going to say 39. And we can pull out a 3, and a 13. So you realize that it's going to be multiplied by 2 2's, and then a 3, and then a 13. So actually, you can pull out 4, which is going to calculate out to 2 outside that root. So you can pull out a 2 plus or minus 2, and then you're going to be left with this, which is going to calculate out to this 39. Square root of 39 over 6. Now you can simplify this a little bit, because you can take out a 2 from this, and that, and that. So that's going to say negative 6 plus or minus square root of 39 divided by 3. So the answer, negative 3 by the way, the answer is going to be D. Now let's look at our other options. Well, another way of checking if our answer is right is if we can just plug in our values into this equation and seeing if it's actually going to equal 0. Now if you plug in a 1/2, you know that this is going to be wrong. That's why you can say that that's going to be wrong. Now B says that you'd be able to simplify this 6 on the bottom, because you don't have anything on the bottom, you don't have a denominator. But is that true? No, it's not. It's only left with the negative 12, the top part, so you know that that's going to be wrong. C says that when you simplify, you're going to get a negative 2 on the bottom. But if you think about it, you have a negative 6 here, and then you have a negative 12. So if this top number here is turning into a negative 6, this bottom number has to turn into a negative 3, right? Because you're dividing it by 2. So you know that this is wrong. So that's why the answer to this equation, this question, is going to be D.